This is how you can create your own bar wedding menu using Canva. First, typing in the templates bar wedding menus, you'll see a lot of the crowns, which represents the upgraded Canva version, but there are so many template options that are free, like this one, and so I'm going to use this template. As you can see, it opens up and you're ready to edit it with your own tailored information. It is an A4 size, however, and I do want to make it a really cool, larger poster. So I'm going to go to custom size up in the top left and resize this into an A3 poster. Continue, and this will resize. Again, this is a pro version option, so I will show you in a sec a little hack if you don't have the pro version as to how you can do this. So here we go, back to the A4 version here as an example. We're going to resize this by copying all the elements, then going to create a design, type in A3 here, and now you have an A3 canvas to paste the original elements to, and then just play around with it from here on. Okay, so I'll go back to my A3 poster. Now I'm going to start tailoring the fonts to make sure that it's relevant to my wedding. So you can go and tailor the sizing, the font type, bold, underline, italics, all the fun things. Canva is pretty much allows you to do anything. I also can't believe how affordable this was doing it myself. So as you can see, you can change the alignment too. And I love this option around line spacing and letter spacing, just to create a really unique look depending on what you're going for. Now I'll move all the elements together and align them. I really like that kind of right side alignment for this look. It's quite minimal, gives it a bit of pizzazz. And now I'll copy and paste all our fun liquor into our bar menu. But I won't bore you with the copy and pasting details, so voila, hopefully in a sec this will be done. Cool. And then now that we've made a little bit of a mess, let's manipulate it around and make sure that everything's well aligned for the eye. Canva will always help you with a couple measurements there as you're moving, just to help keep it all in order. And I'll drag a margin across as well there, just to make sure it all sits nicely. Perfect. Now I'm going to add an element or an image in and just show you how I do that. Again, there's a few pro options, but there's also a lot of free ones as well that you can play around with colors. So for example, this is a white champagne glass, but I'll go in and change it to black so you can see it on the white background. Change the size of the image and also copy and paste it, and I'm going to rotate it so it looks like the glasses are clinking. Super easy to do. And I do want one to look like it's mirroring the other, so I'm going to flip it horizontally to make it look a little bit better. And that's how you can add pretty much any images. The images are endless. There's thousands and thousands, but I will take it off because it is a bar menu. I want to keep it simple. But I will maybe change the background, which is what I'm going to do now. I've clicked the background, as you can see. Bright orange is probably not the go for me, but dark brown, not feeling it. But I do love this image of beautiful wedding roses. I love the tones in them. It's kind of the theme that I'm going for. So what I can do is by putting the image in there, it will pop out the photo colors from that photo. So got some really nice tones there. They are a bit dark though, so I've just chucked in another image and I'll select some of those tones from that photo. Quite like that pinky orangey one. It is still dark, so let's go in and let's just bring that tone down a little bit, wash it out. And I actually quite like that. I think that's good. Cool. And if I was, say, I don't know, creating an invitation or something else and I wanted to actually keep this image in there, I can paste it in. Of course, it doesn't suit this bar sign, but just as an example, I can also change the layering of it, and all of a sudden, all the wording is behind the image. or I can make the image more transparent so the writing pops a little bit more. And the image can also become the background if I like. So I can layer it back. As I layer it back, the writing comes forward a bit and it's a little bit easier to see, but still a little not sure. And the background is set in stone, that color. So if you don't like that color being there, you can delete it. Of course, I've covered it at the moment with this big image. So as you can see, when I go to full transparency, you can see it's still there at the back. But what I'll do is I'll just delete the image. That was just for example purposes. As you can see, the writing's still moving and I don't really want that. I'd like to lock it in place. So when you right click, you can click lock and it means nothing will move. You can quickly unlock that at any point if you do want to move things around, but I've just locked it back. So let's go and print. You hit share, download, PDF print, and you want to go best professional printing CMYK and hit download. And that's what you'll be sending to your professional printers to get printed on poster board, acrylic, whatever it is that you're looking to print on. And this is the end product, like the professionals did it.